A system picture of a fault handling service for enterprise IT, and that means big machines, looked as follows. Customer calls would come in and at first they'd be logged. The person doing the logging would check to see if the customer had a contract. Then he or she would route the customer to what was called level 1. The people in level 1 had the job of either solving the problem in half an hour, or if they thought it would take longer and or they couldn't solve it, they were to pass it on to level 2. In level 2, the people were more expert. Their job was to try to solve all problems that arrived in level 2. If they could not, they passed the problem to level 3. Level 3 people wore sandals. They were the techies. It was a rational design. It was based on the idea that you want to keep your best resources, the sandal wearers, at maximum efficiency. They only had to deal with the things that others couldn't solve. But what they learned when they began studying their system was that customers were techies too. The customers worked in machine rooms and knew the product. They only called when they hit problems they didn't know how to solve. For most customers, therefore, the process was a hassle. A gatekeeper asking you for your contract number, not always something you kept to hand. Then 2 hurdles before you get to the person that you want to speak to, each time having to explain what your problem was. When they analysed the type and frequency of customer demand and then studied how customers' problems went through their system, they learned that many customers got held up at the "do you have a contract" stage. They saw it made no sense to have so many problems go through as many as 3 explanations. It was frustrating for the customer and wasteful to them. They decided to try what they described as an upside-down design. The level 3 techies took the calls. While customers' problems were being solved, the "do you have a contract" people worked to answer that question offline so as not to hold up solving problems. The techies handling the calls solved the problems only they knew how to solve and sent calls that others could handle, the people who used to be in levels 1 and 2, to them, because they knew the nature of the problem and the skill sets of these other people. The consequences were faster, more efficient service, much happier customers, and to the surprise of everyone, an increase in revenue. For occasional customers who didn't have a contract or who were seeking help beyond their contract were happy to pay, having had their problem solved.